Rocker on the beat.
Pretty little baby, hot 97 heavy it is. You know when it goes down, hot 16. Yo, Quando. Wait on. I showed my dope my alibi. Yeah. In the big and the bad dog. Life is hard, y'all. I mean, for my big one. All night in the big and I ain't never cry. I help Myra, nigga. I wish when I called that I had to die. Me in the streets, we had a conversation. Being broke was the motivation. They said they love me, but they really hate me. Me in the streets had a conversation. Me in the streets, we had a conversation. Being broke was the motivation. They said they love me, but they really hate me. Me in the streets had a conversation. I got a ball and went and found a block. God gave me the pill, Satan gave me the Glock. I met her once, she gave me the top. Of your life, you want it or not. Being broke was the motivation. Thought through all the pain that I couldn't make. I told Satan, suck a dick, I went and lost my faith. I was told if you want it, then go and take it. I got seeds worth the minds, and I got enemies. In other words, ops, the gotta bleed. I Glock 9, a real so the need. I was sitting in the bin crying on my knees. I sat down and had a drink with me. I was thinking if my mama do, she think of me. My mama told me see my daddy when she look at me. Even though I love my aunt, I turned it to a fiend. My nightmares, they turn into a dream. My money thoughts turn into a scheme. And think that life a game. And the shooting got no pain. I popped the bean and then I left the earth. Nigga had a gun, he kept it in his purse. My youngin' shot that, put him in a verse. I'm a rider, mirror tints on a black hearse. White man don't understand that being black hurts. Mama crying on the steps in front of a church. Crippin' is solidified. Yeah, I see my brother die. Little wanna slide. They ready for the homicide. Said, Lord, take the pain away. My gun sing a lullaby. Ran from parole, I had to hustle, I ain't never hide. Tripping in the league and I was tweaking, I ain't never cried. Real multiplied, nigga, we don't never die. 100 grand flat in the streets, I had you dead. 100 round jump, big choppy, I'll behead. Used to get beside me, signs couldn't find me. See, we was in the trenches and them just living grimy. Yeah, getting too much money up the hill, they tried to line me. Dominican, she freaky, give me toppy in the lobby. Yeah, you pushing, or you swiping cards. Yeah, I spin the block like I spin the yard. Yeah, you stay inside or you catch a charge. My nigga pray to God because they life is hard. My niggas in the Bing wishing they was home. Been there, done that. You were not alone. Me in the streets, we had the conversations. Being broke was the motivations. They say they love me, but they really hate.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything that exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Yo, shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Do me a favor, y'all. If y'all ain't hit that like button on the way in, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Share that live. I was doing a little history on this one. I had to check this out for a little bit. We got a good one going on tonight. You dig what I'm saying? We got Way to Black. The big Suvi is in the building. He said to let y'all know what's going on. He said to let y'all know what's going on. You understand what I'm saying to you? He said he got the new album out. New mixtape out. You dig what I'm saying? And he got the new book out. Got the new book out right now, y'all. Cages and Crossroads, written by Way to Black. He's an author now also. Can you dig? But the only way you can get it, is if you hit my guy up directly. You got to hit him up directly. And he said he got music coming with it too. So you already know what's going on. Do me a favor, y'all. If y'all understand what's going on and y'all hear that audio crystal clear, anybody but a dead body, do me a favor, y'all. Hit me with them dice cubes. And if you see right there, quote unquote, Angie baby is in the building. I appreciate you for letting me know, quote unquote, that the audio is good. We're going to go to the top and start it off like this. We're going to start it out like this. We got Miss Pam up in here. She was the first one to type today. The godmother of the Nile. She is in the building. Appreciate you, Miss Pam, for pulling up. We got the big Suvi. Waiter, he's in the building and No Fucks Given podcast. Y'all know y'all got y'all links, so drop it in. We got the sister Harley up in here. Yo, Harley, I seen that's the app you did with your son. That shit brought tears in my eyes. Fire. See, I'm scared to do that. I was thinking about that with my mother, but I ain't want to do that to myself. I ain't got the strength because like I said, if I keep seeing that over and over again, my mom's, it'd probably drive me crazy, but that shit is fire. That was fire. Angie baby is in the building. She's in the building. That's right. She's in the building. Can you dig it? Got my guy GP on the tube. He popped up in the building tonight. Said salute dice. Way to Mars in the chat. You know what I'm saying? And we got my girl, Annette. She's here. Shout out to you, Miss Annette. Hope you're feeling better and everything like that. She's in the building. She's in the building. We got the Russian princess from the ladies of iTalk. Shout out to the ladies of iTalk with the Russian princess and Miss Bori over there doing their thing, grown folks conversation. Mr. I think for myself. I see you in the building, man. He said, good evening, ladies and gents. He said, good evening, ladies and gents. He said, good evening. Oh, we got Miss Cassandra Levi. She's in the building. My man, Big Guy's in the building. I see you, beloved. Appreciate you for pulling up. I got one to talk about tonight. I don't know if y'all is, matter of fact, everybody done heard about it already. Everybody done heard about this situation right here, but I got the Texas. The young lady right here that accused a daughter's father of sending her inappropriate texts. My prayers is out for you, Annette. You already know that. Get better. Get you some rest. I tell you, that's how God make us get rest. Sit us down sometimes because we be running too much. Be worrying too much. Just get you some rest, man, and let God work. You understand what I'm saying to you? This is crazy right here, man. You see what Waiter said? You got to get back to the content. I do the content over here. You know what I'm saying? I don't do the beefing. If it ain't honorable, I don't even want it around me, y'all. I'm dead serious. I'm a grown man. I don't move like that in the street, so you don't need to be moving like that on YouTube. I got caught up at first. Shout out to my guy, Waiter. We all got caught up at first. Because number one, we come from different backgrounds. We come from honorable backgrounds. We come from no tolerance and disrespect backgrounds. You dig what I'm saying? Waiter flipped out a couple of times too. Waiter almost went crazy up here, just like me. But great conversation, great people in this corner. He understand it now. And what day is this? Number 22 or 23, Big Waiter? Talk to me, man. I'm with you. I'm right here with you. The story is real. Russian princess. But she lied. Oh, this is day number 26. Yo, everybody in the building. Yo, shout it out for my guy, Waiter, man. Shout it out for my guy, Waiter, y'all. Everybody in the building, this is day number 26. You go, my guy. You got this. And you know what? I respect, even though before that, like I said, I haven't known Waiter that long, never been around him. But as far as his moral compass, his etiquette, nah, he official. And like I said, I remember I was the first one on YouTube in this sector to tear up, drop tears out of his eyes. When we physically lost comp. All my people said, Dice, don't go live. Don't go live. Y'all know I'm a waterhead when it comes to certain shit. Yeah, I'm a waterhead. Goddamn waterhead. Hey, Queen Gigi, I see you in the building. When we lost my man physically, because he's with me, when we lost him physically, I came up here and went live, and I just started having a whole host of thoughts. Me and my dude never, let me tell you something. When you know somebody from when you're 9 years old, that's not YouTube. And we fucked up, both of us, by bringing our little bullshit we had going on that was nothing to YouTube. And it seemed like we had just got back to just stop being stubborn, like two bulls, and then God physically took them away from me. So I was an emotional wreck. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, that shit still bothers me to this day because there still hasn't been an arrest for my man's killer. And I know it ain't been no street justice because the person, like I said, I know it ain't been no street justice. I'm not advocating any street justice. I'm lying. Because who knows what I would do if I was face to face with the person that I feel as though is responsible for taking my man's life. But Waiter, when he got up there that day and just said, yo, this is what I got to do for me. And he said something and it hit me. Besides being real, the tears, you can see that was real, but he said something that he don't even know it resonated with me. my company, my job, certain opportunities that they're giving me. Certain opportunities that they're giving me. Like he said, sometimes we fuck up our own shit. If I didn't get a grip on the way I handle things, I could have lost out on the opportunity that they're giving me right now. That street shit would fuck an official nigga up, especially when he's trying to do his best. When we going to work, see, when you used to doing certain things, you living your life, getting your money, you your own boss, when you have to humble yourself and go to a job. Whew. A job? A job? And where I come from, shit, if I ain't getting like $100, $200, $200 every hour, I don't feel as though I'm getting no money. You understand what I'm saying to you? But God stopped all that. I noticed when I was running around, just running through that money, I never cherished it. I didn't appreciate it. But when your ass go to work and do 40 hours plus, I don't give a fuck if you're doing 20 hours plus. Oh, you appreciate that bread because it's different. He said 20 days, 26 days now. He said, I ain't saying that I ain't gonna ever sit. I'm saying it's been 20 days, 26 days strong. Word up. He said, I'm more focused right now, y'all. He said, I'm writing movies and books. Mr. Net said, yes, you got this, waiter. I'm in recovery field. Anything I can help you with, please reach out. You got this, mind over matter. Waiter got that. He got it. I know he got it. I ain't even worried about that shit. This strength is crazy. Like I said, I'm going to start talking about the fact that he burnt Eminem. Shout out to my guy, 050 Kanan. A lot of y'all people don't really understand waiter. That's, and I believe him. Back then when they was battling, Eminem was one of the most dangerous dudes on the mic. People used to say he was being hyped up because of his color. I will never say that. His creativity is incredible. When I first heard Slim Shady, I didn't know what to do. Hey kids, you want to know what I did? All that crazy shit, that's creativity. But back to what I was saying, let's get into this right here. This right here is something special, and it's something sad. But then again, no offense, ladies. No offense, look at her. You got a father on one side holding his daughter. Obviously, they're at a game or something pertaining to school, supporting his daughter. Then you see a young lady on the other side. Can't really say too much about her attire because I can't really talk about her attire, but I can tell you about her eyes. I can tell you about her eyes. I can tell you about her eyes. I can tell you about them eyelashes. And I can tell you about that snake shit that seems like it's right in front of her eyes. Miss L'Oreal, I see you in the building. Appreciate you for pulling up. Shout out to Big DS1 Ross, the boss, and the visionaries. We got 050 G Mac is in the building. Peace, beloved. I see you. Yo, Mac, this one right here is crazy. This one right here is really crazy. You got a father being accused of sending inappropriate texts to his daughter. I'm going to go over some of these texts right quick, y'all. I want to go over the first text right quick. Excuse me. First text said, you need to leave. You can't be here when she gets out. That's the baby mother. She said, you need to leave. You can't be here when she gets out. He said, WTF, everybody know what that means. What the fuck did I do? He said, it ain't me. I'm going to call my moms. She says, okay, I'll wait for her. He said, I'm going to leave your house. I'm just waiting for my mom to pull up. This is really crazy. I can't believe you think I would stoop that low. He said, so she said, so you calling my daughter a liar? He said, I'm not calling her a liar. What I'm saying to you is I didn't write those messages. She responds, so I'm supposed to put a man before my kid? What kind of person do you think I am? Now she's talking to the father. She's talking to the father, y'all. She said, am I supposed to put a man before my child? What kind of person do you think I am? He said, my phone is connected to 2 items. A Zaya tablet I gave her and an old phone I don't have anymore because it's broke. She responds, who else would text that nigga? You cursed me out enough for me to know how you talk. I'm not leaving my daughter hanging in Tusha. This shit is solved. I'm not having no school look at me crazy. He said, I know you, how I talk, but on Jameer Ashes, I would never write no shit like that to a child. Y'all see that part right there? He didn't say to her. Hold up, waiter. Hold up 1 second, y'all. If you pay attention to what he said, I would never write anything like that to a child. That right there made the curiosity pull up on my head, on the good eye and the bad eye, because if he had the slightest bit of guilt, he would have said to her, y'all got to pay attention to wording. He would have said to her. He would have said to her. Pay attention, y'all. Look what he said. Pay attention. He said, you know how I talk, but on Jameer's ashes, I'm assuming that this is a child he may have lost, I would never write no shit like that to a child. He didn't say to her. She says, Jalil, you complain about being bored all the time. That's actually what you said in the text. And the crazy thing is, you hurt her feelings with all that shit. You said about never wanting kids, then I see all these messages. Like nothing you saying is making shit, nothing you saying is making shit make sense. He said, I understand. I wouldn't want anybody looking at you any type of way, but I didn't write these messages. Jelana, I'm not mad at you. I'm just hurt that you would think that I would even write that. She said, so you really want me to ask her some shit like that after what the fuck I read? Check this out. He says, yes, because I never did anything to her. I never even came off to her that way. I never laid in her bed. I never texted her in that way. And I never looked at her like that. I always tell her to put her clothes on. Yeah, we're going to get into this. Dog Soldier, let me see you, Mayo. I don't think people are hearing what he's saying. I never laid in her bed. Pay attention. Whether you've been a father or a stepfather. I never even looked at her like that. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? Because all jokes aside, that's why I'm so hard on a motherfucker. Shit like this. The man is always wrong. If I had a daughter, pay attention. I had a daughter, and she told me that a man had sent her explicit texts. See, the relationship that I would have with mine, she wouldn't play with me. She wouldn't never make up anything like that because she would know my demeanor. She would know who I am. She would know how protective I would be over her. She would know how protective I would be over her. She know telling me something like that, daddy gonna go to jail. Or daddy may get killed because something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. But check what he said now. Please ask her. Now, this is after he said, I never text her in that way and never looked at her like that. I've always tell her, put her clothes on. Listen what he says. Because this is the response to, you really want me to ask her some shit like that after what the fuck I read? He said, please ask her. He's asking her, please ask her, because I would never do no shit like that. Check this out. He said, somebody had to have my phone. Ain't no way I'm talking to a little kid. That's the second time. Ain't no way I'm talking to a little kid that way. Are you fucking insane? Y'all not hearing me again. Let me read it to you again. Let me read it to you again. Somebody had to have my phone. Ain't no way. He said it again. I'm talking to a little kid that way. Are you fucking insane? I'm not a fucking pedophile. She responds, who the fuck was it then? Because we on my ass. Y'all two, the only two niggas who could be in the house. And he responds, everybody in the house has my passcode. If I ever did some shit like that, why lie? Why would I lie? Ain't been telling you she been with you alone plenty of times? He said, if I did some shit like that, why lie? Ain't she been telling you she been with you alone plenty of times? Like what he's saying is, so you mean to tell me after all this time, we've been around each other? Now all of a sudden, he's sexually assaulting her? She said, you acting like you have a whole DYFS. I don't know what the fuck that means. She said, you acting like I ain't have she said, you acting like I ain't have no DYFS case. Check this out. That's already letting you know of something going on with some negligence because the Department of CPS, the Child Protective Services, was involved. Now check it out. She said, I could lose my child. He said, you really don't believe anything I'm saying. And it's crazy. Everybody in this house know my password to everything I have. You act like I wasn't with you through it. Check this out. She responds, why would they be reading y'all messages? He said, like, why would I risk my freedom like this? Why would I destroy my name? Why? That's not something a pedophile would say. It's not somebody in the children would say. He said, what about my name? He said, why would I do that to myself? Why? He said, you really hurt me. And this one I thought, he said, you really hurt me with this one. He said, I thought you loved me. He said, you really got me down for some shit like this? This is killing me inside. He said, I left out your house and I'm sitting in the hallways. This shit is unbelievable. She says, your freedom? What cop did I call? I came here peacefully. I was in tears before I got here. He said, I'm going to do what you asked me and I'm going to pack my stuff and leave your house because you don't believe me. Nigga said, I'm going to pack my shit and get up out of here. From a man that did nothing. You see him pleading through them texts. He like, yo, are you like, is this got to be a prank? I know he probably was sitting up in there like, where Ashton Kush at? Somebody about to run up out the room and say, we just fucking with you, boy. But he said, she said, it's crazy. All you thinking about is yourself. Man sitting there talking about what he didn't do. She said, well, why you always, what the fuck he supposed to be talking about? Of course, in his mind, he's probably like, I wonder who did this to my daughter. And the way she's talking, she acting like that's not even his daughter. Was it a stepfather? But I know he said to myself, where this shit is coming from? He said, told me to go. She said, you called your family, but you ain't do nothing. Cool. He said, I didn't do anything. I've been nothing but loving and caring to both of y'all. She said, you better hope I don't call the cops since you want to take it there. Now, hold on. If she's really a responsible parent that's enraged with the fact, quote unquote, that someone may have sexually assaulted her child, whether it was the father or not, what is the contemplation about calling the police? If you're not going to handle it with some niggas in the street, some brothers, some niggas, you know, what are you waiting about? Okay, let me ask y'all something. So all the female parents in here right now. Rose Gold, I see you in the building. Salute. Kevin Jones, I see you in the building. Forgive me, beloved. I see you. Pardon me. Appreciate you with the super sticker too, beloved. I ain't see you. Let me ask y'all something. To the women in here. To the parents. To the parents. To the women. To the female parents. Your child informs you that they have been sexually assaulted by a man that you are involved with. Most women is going to try to kill him. I don't want to call out any of the ladies' names because it's just a hypothetical question. I don't even want y'all to really sit there and even put this on your heart, even though I know you know about this story. But can I ask the ladies a question? Let's say you didn't try to take his life. You didn't take his life. You didn't involve your brothers, any guys you know involved to do some bodily harm to him. Isn't the next thing to do is call the police? I'm asking the ladies right quick. L'Oreal, what's the next thing to do? Annette, Angie, Miss Pam. What's the next thing to do? RP, talk to me. You didn't unalive him. You didn't try to unalive him. You didn't have him physically assaulted by men or people that you know in the street. What is the next thing to do? Rose said, you know, I'm crashing out. Russian Princess said, I don't have kids, but I would call the police if my child told me this. See what Ms. Pam said? Said, that's I'm calling the goddamn cops. Now pay attention. I know some of y'all may take it in your own hands. I'm just saying, you didn't take it in your own hands. You didn't unalive him. You didn't try to unalive him. You didn't call people that you know to give him physical harm. Your child tells you she's sexually assaulted. Harley, talk to me. What we doing? L'Oreal says, immediately. Yes. My fault. I'm acting like I got dyslexia. Yes, immediately. Call the police. He don't even need to be on the streets. Go down to the station. Miss Pam says something even deeper. There's going to be what they say, a rape kit. And that don't lie. It don't lie. Let's get into these. Like I said, I got the Texas. Oh, my fault. Excuse me, y'all. That was the last one. She said, your freedom, what cop did I call? He said, I'm going to do what you asked me. I'm going to pack my stuff and leave your house because you don't believe me. She said, it's crazy. All you think about is yourself. He said, no, I'm not. I'm hurting. I don't know what to do. He said, fuck my daughter, right? It's always fuck us. She said, she checked on him like, it's fuck my daughter now? He like, you told me to go. She said, you called your family, but you ain't did nothing cool. He said, I didn't do anything. I've been nothing but loving and caring to both of y'all. She said, you better hope I don't call the cops since you want to take it there. Take it where? The man said he's hurting. He's in shock. He's in awe. He don't know what the fuck is going on. Take it where? What is she talking about, ladies? Now check these texts out. He said, you told me to go. She said, you called your family, but you ain't do nothing cool. He said, I didn't do anything but been loving and caring to both of y'all. She said, you better hope I don't call the cops since you want to take it there. He said, I called them. Heard that, waiter? My guy, waiter, still in here? He said he called the police. What guilty person gonna call the police? I called them because you calling me a pedophile. He said, I don't know what to do. This has never happened to me before. She said, you have your whole family come. I promise you, everybody. She meant to say gone. She said gob, gone, regret it. He said, what? Now check this out. This is threats. Now these is blatant threats. She said, have your whole family come and I promise you, y'all gonna regret it. He said, what are you talking about? This is my name on the line right now. She said, now everybody calling me. Check this out. She said, now everybody calling me. I got something for you since you want to take it there. He said, you think I would really do, he said, you think I would really do some shit like this? This is driving me insane. He's still saying to her, yo, are you understanding what you're saying to me? Like that's my daughter. Are you really believing this? He said, who gonna be there for you when you fucked up since you going through it, etc. You really about to kick me out your life and I ain't been doing nothing but taking care of you and your daughter. So you see that part right there? That's not his physical child. It seemed like that in the earlier conversation when she was like, my daughter. Now pay attention. Sometimes, women can be upset and be like, this is my child. But with sitting like this, she would say, how could you do that to your daughter? Am I wrong, ladies? Am I wrong, ladies? Am I wrong, ladies? If he was the biological father of that child, she would say, how could you do this to our daughter? The sad part about society and the judicial system is it don't make a difference. Once he's accused, and it gets to the judicial system, he's going to be arrested and tried. Russian Princess says she's a manipulative creature. Let's get back into these texts, because I told y'all. I ain't do nothing to you. Why you making this like this? Hold on, let's get back to the top. He said, who gonna be there for you when you fucked up and sick, going through, etc., etc.? I'm really about to kick me out of your life, and I ain't doing nothing but taking care of you and your daughter, and you hit me with this shit? She said, don't text me no more. I'm waiting on your mother and your sister. It's nothing you can say to me after the day. Might as well come outside. He said, I ain't do nothing. Nothing to you. Why are you making this like this? She said, you shouldn't have called nobody if you didn't do anything. You called your whole family and now they blowing up my phone when all I asked you to do was leave so I can figure this shit out, but you chose to make shit this way. See, that don't seem like she want him out the crib because of her child. And I'm not saying that she wants him out of the crib because she wants another person in that house with her. But that conversation to me so far is just seeming like she's fed up and tired of him. And like Russian Princess said, she's a manipulative creature. And like he said, for everything I'm doing for you and your daughter, you're going to throw me out. Now pay attention to this, y'all. If he really did this, you think he would have called everybody in his family? If he really was guilty of this, you think he would have called everybody in his family? She said, you shouldn't have called nobody if you didn't do anything? What if he wouldn't have called his family to inform them what he was being told that he did? If he wouldn't have called his family distraught and hurt, calling his moms and them like, yo, you see what's going on? I don't believe this. Then I would have said he was guilty. He said, I didn't call nobody. He said, I called my mom and told her to come get me. I can't stay here no more. And she said, why? And I told her what it was. He said, I'm not mad at you, Lainey. I'm just disappointed. She said, Jalil, fuck you. He said, I came in the house to call as hell talking to you. He said, bro, I don't do anything. I will handle them. Talking about his family, trying to say, don't worry about it. He said, I ain't do shit. She said, and all of y'all can get the fuck out my face. You wrong for calling your people because I didn't even tell anybody shit. I came to talk to you. So you mean to tell me you spoke to his family members, you spoke to his friends? You wrong for calling your people because I didn't even tell anybody shit. I came to talk to you. What you mean he shouldn't have called his people when you accuse him? What do you mean when you spoke to his people, you didn't inform his people that he had to leave your house because he allegedly sexually assaulted your daughter? Because now it's known that it's not his biological daughter, but he has been there taking care of y'all. You see what L'Oreal said? If he was guilty for some shit like that, he wouldn't have called his whole family and told them, especially not his mother. I don't even know. I'm going to find out for you in 1 second, RP. But check this out. Check this out. Let's get back into these texts. You wrong for calling your people. I didn't even tell anybody shit. I came to talk to you. That's not what a mother would say. Nobody even knew. That's not what a concerned mother would say. I came straight to the source. He said, can you talk to me one-on-one? He's still pleading with her. He's still in love with her. He's still heartbroken. She said, but since you want everything out on Front Street, cool. If you didn't want it, first of all, if this is your daughter who was sexually assaulted, why wouldn't you want everybody? Why you ain't call the news, nigga? So you didn't call the police. You upset with him for calling his family and telling them everything that you said, but you don't want nobody to know. You want it under the rug. You want it kept under the rug that a man was sexually assaulting your child? Pay attention. She said, you shouldn't have called nobody. He said, I didn't call her. Call my mother to come get me. Ask Tati. I didn't call Nene. Like, come on, bruh. This shit is getting weird. His sellers, I don't wake up for my day to be this way. Now check this out. Number one, you can tell he's very ignorant. I didn't say he wasn't comprehensive. I said he's very ignorant. From the way he spells, from the way he talks, he called her bruh. Come on, bruh. So you can tell she's dealing with somebody that's somewhat young-minded. Now pay attention. He said, you shouldn't have told them. No, she said, you shouldn't have told them my daughter is alive. He said, she said, I don't believe shit you say. He said, you're trying to play both sides. Now you have a. He said, I never said she was lying about anything. I said I didn't write that shit. She said, speak to your family. He said, Nene just told all on you and she on her way. I'm waiting. He said, nobody's coming over here. I put everybody in a place. The way I need you to do is talk to me a little like an adult. She said, that's it since you, he said, that's it since you kicking me out. She said, your sister made shit worse for you by telling me to tell my daughter to suck your dick. Wow. He's still in love with her. He said, babe, I have nothing to do with that. She said, go with your family and leave. She said, he's still pleading. Can you talk to me, please? He said, I will go after. She said, since y'all think y'all about to do something, I'm going to show y'all. Y'all wanted everybody in it. Now they in it. You act like I don't got family too. Laughing my ass off. Cool. I see how you're going to try to make this shit go. You hear what she's saying? He said, nobody knows shit but my mother and my cousin. I asked them to come get me. That's it. She said, you did it to yourself. He said, you really acting like I'm the ops now? He said, I was just fucking you last night. Yeah, you really goofy as hell, man. She said, you did this. You should have never called my daughter a liar to your family. She said, like, who does that? She said, he said, you got it, Laney. He said, I'm getting all my stuff and I'm getting out your house. Don't trip, Laney. He said, I'm packing my stuff. I'll be outside your way soon. Been around your kid since she was 5 and you got me down for this shit. She said, tell your sister, stop texting my phone before she be under the jail where she belong. He said, I told her to stop texting you. You said don't talk to you, so I stopped texting you. He said, I wasn't even trying to get on that tight time with nobody. For what? He said, I don't even do anything to anybody. She said, just remember you made this shit. She said, just remember you made shit this way, lying to them. You started all this when you could have just left. He said, lying about what? You call me a pedophile. The fuck I look like? She said, your mother and your sister are going to regret today. More threats. He says, bro, I text you about me, not them. You said, fuck me and get out. So that's what I'm doing. You got what you wanted. So I'ma just leave. She said, and you about to get what you wanted. He said, all I wanted was my family. The man said, all I wanted was my family. I created, but you pulled this. So I know you don't want to be with me. You've been planning this. You know I got hella stuff, so I'm just packing my stuff like you asked me to. You did love her. She said your old lover must have came back Roddy. She said, you really lied to your mom and your sister. They telling me everything you said. Whoa, what about Roddy? You really trying to play my daughter, but it's cool. You never loved her anyway. This proves it. Because you lie to your family for. He said, I never did anything to nobody. He said, you got me involved and I'm telling me what I did. She said, I didn't lie to anybody or tell anybody anything. I came to you. You chose to cause the drama. You acting like somebody that ain't never do nothing. Like, who does that? He said, how I get accused for being a pedophile? Who the fuck not gonna feel away? You disrespecting me, basically. She said, I shouldn't be seeing no shit like that on my daughter's phone. He said, you wanted me out your life. You got me out your life. She said, okay. He said, yo, he said with the emoji, this shit really hurt. He said, I know you don't care. He said, but I'll be out shortly. I don't have enough bags. She said, yo, you don't give a fuck. So just leave like you said you was. Fuck you and your family. Woo. When your son was gone and I said, fuck you, that you was never a father anyway, I stood the fuck up for you and supported you. This how you wanted me? Want to do me? Cool. I should have never even asked you anything. Just disrespected you from the jump. He said, you kicking me out, accusing me of shit. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I have no choice but to hit my family up. He said, I have nobody. He said, I have nobody. He said, disrespect me for what? I ain't do shit. You just needed a reason to leave me alone. And that's cool. He said, you got your shit figured out. So again, I'm not mad. You just showed me I overstayed my welcome. This has been over. This is what you want, right? Time for you to do it. Really had me thinking you was at work whole time you was out with them booty bitches. She says, why would I stay at work after reading that? He said, I can't believe this shit is really happening to me. All the time I put in this relationship. She said, it's crazy. You acting like you don't have daughters yourself, but it's cool. He said, it's crazy. You would even think to say some shit to me like that. They think that I would even say some shit to her like that, to her, knowing I have my own daughters. This shit just fucked up the whole relationship, so I hope you're ready to not see me or my kids anymore. You ain't just kicked me out. You kicked out Mir and little Neva. Forgive you for this shit? You just fucked up everything. So who said it? Nobody's saying who said it, but everybody mad at me for questioning. He said, you asking me like everybody in this house don't have my passcode. She said, and the only number is up there is yours. So why the fuck are you standing around crying and calling your family? He said, because you do really realize what you're asking people? He said, I ain't call none of them. I didn't even call mine. She said, you really acting like this is about a kid. Like I'm not a mother. Like I was not supposed to question you. What if I went crazy and told everybody and called the cops off the rip like you were supposed to? Then I would be wrong, right? He said, yo, I don't even have nobody. She said, I give you grace. You spit in my face. You lie to me. You lie on me to your family. You knew you didn't have nobody. Now you're about to really see what it feels like to have nobody since you want to call my child a liar. He said, I didn't say you did. I didn't say you didn't anything, but excuse me. He said, I didn't say you did anything, but excuse me. The fuck being a pedophile? Like nobody had me down for this shit? Not even myself? He said, I got too much pussy for that. She said, I didn't call you no pedo, first of all. I asked you what the fuck was this about? He said, nah, he said, nah, Nate called your child a liar, so stop putting words in my mouth. I don't do shit to Latina. You did the weird shit and involving everyone, so deal with it. He said, so you call me a pedophile, say less, you done up. I never talk to you ever again on my son. I won't ever talk to you. She said, I never called you that. The fuck you can't read? Bye. And I'm dead to you. He said, really? Accusing me of talking to a child, taking care of since I was 5? Now I want you to pay attention to her face and I want you to pay attention to his face. Miss Pam said, yo, why wouldn't you call the cops? Dog Soldier said, yo, these hoes. He said, these hoes ain't stable. Yeah, you clown. I see you in the building 050 salute. He said, I'm catching this story late. He said, but I'm tuned in. I want everybody in here to tell me what y'all see, man. Now, we all know that that's not his physical daughter. Why is she hugging that man like that? I want y'all to look at her eyes, man. Like, really look at her eyes, man. I want you to look at the composure of that man. That's not his physical child. But look at him. L'Oreal said that's a hug. That's all I know. She looks unhappy in the eyes, man. I'm lost, y'all. Put me on to that, yeah, you clown. What does spoofing mean? Miss L'Oreal said that girl looked higher than a giraffe's ass. I was going to say higher than a giraffe's eyebrows. Pay attention to the picture. I see a proud look. Like, number one, look at his face. He trying to hold his composure. The nigga dimples is showing, y'all. Some type of bonding reports through them. But look at her eyes. This is the magic question I want to know, y'all. What should happen to her? What should happen to her? And that's exactly what she did. I understand what spoofs mean now. She made up all of Texas. She made up everything. They're coming to find out that she was doing the Texas. The police grabbed his phone. Yeah, he was arrested over that shit. Police grabbed that phone. He was arrested over that shit. But see where they fucked up at? Where she fucked up at. Because she ain't no computer technician. She ain't no computer technician. And it's one thing that can never be duplicated when it comes to a cell phone. Does anybody know what that is? Your IPN number. There is not an identical IPN number nowhere in the world. See, now, Big C, this is where she fucked up. This is where she fucked up, ladies and gentlemen. Since the police got involved, now she's part of the investigation also. So they retrieved her phone, her iPad, and her miscellaneous phone. And guess what IPN it came back to? Guess who IPN it came back to? Who y'all think IPN it came back to?
To be televised, Telemundo, count the uno, pick a side. We ride the fire like a baby, immaculate ways to the grave, that's all my baby. Slaves, that's what they yelling, Pass a him underneath and watch them yellow.
sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, and he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when it kind of minds. I'm cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy, when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading their clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like, high from who? Bound to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, and he still told.
Y'all ain't some real shit. Ladies, you know that's why we fucked up, right? You know why that's why niggas is fucked. Now, see, when here's something funny? They said a man can destroy a woman. They say a man can destroy a woman with his words. Can destroy a woman with his words. But a woman can conquer a whole motherfucking community with her actions. Did that go over y'all head? Did that go over y'all head? Do I need to break that down a little more? If I need to break that down a little bit more before I get out of here, because y'all know I got to go to work tomorrow, let me know. You see, you know how many chicks got niggas put away, locked up because they mad at the baby father? So to get back at him, he can't see his kid. She get an order of protection and spoof your number. So to look like you're still harassing her after the order of protection. Come on, ladies. We got to start doing better. Y'all can't be moving like that. If y'all say the guys is grimy, what's this? Shalom, sister, I see you in the building. She said, blessings from Chicago, Big Dice. Team Guardian, hit that like button, please. Match them views up. Now, sister, I want to know if you know about this one, because I know y'all heard about this in Chicago too. The young lady right here accused a man of doing so many inappropriate text messages. This is the responses between him and her. Through all these responses, you've seen, get out. What I'm going to do to him. What I'm going to do to the family. I didn't tell nobody. I just asked you. Now you're going to make me call the police. But you say this man right here that didn't physically create this beautiful little girl, sexually assaulted her. You didn't try to unalive him immediately. You didn't try to unalive him immediately. Praise God. You didn't unalive him immediately. Praise God. You didn't go get any brothers, cousins, friends, people that you grew up with to physically harm this man or possibly take his life, because that is your child. You didn't call the police. You did not go to the police. You did not go to the police. And then you argue with this man because he called his mother. But you know the fucked up, can anybody tell me the most fucked up part about everything? Please, somebody. I want somebody to pull this out of my mind, man. Please tell me what's the most fucked up part. The most fucked up part is the allegations that was made against him. But what was the most fucked up part? motive. The motive. The motive. I got to put that shit up again. I got to put that up again. You know how many chicks got niggas put away, locked up because they mad at the baby father. So to get back at them, he can't see his kid. Order protection is up. Can't see his kid. Should get the order protection and spoof your number after that. Tell you why that bothers me. L'Oreal said, what's the motive? To get back with your ex-man. The man said, now pay attention, we did a show called Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, featuring the god DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep. We talked about the word intuition. We talked about the word intuition that's been taken by women and claimed to be a female's intuition. When it comes to intuition, shout out to DS1 Ross the Boss. I know Wader could attest to this. I know Dog Soldier could attest to this. I know Yeah You Clown could attest to this. Listen to me. If we in the street, if Wader leaving the studio 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and he get in his car, he make a right. Car make a right. You know, Wader, he checking this shit out. He make another right, you know, because, you know, our intuition, some would say paranoia, because the word intuition was just snatched by women, a female's intuition. The word intuition has nothing to do with sex, gender. Now check this out. If the man break a third right with Wader supposed to back out and get his gun. He getting fired. He getting followed. Dog go uptown. Dog say want to spend some money. Man pull up and tell dog, man, I've died. Want 12 grand. Dog said, ooh, good number, dog. Go give him 12,000. The man said, give me the money. And wait right here. Dog said, nah, man. Man, I'll do the business like that. Y'all bring the work. Man, I get the money. We exchange at the same time. Ari, because that's our intuition. When it comes to the intuition of a man, it's always on a protective note, it seems like. But when it comes to the intuition of a lot of women, your intuition says he's cheating on you. Your intuition says he's doing something. It's not right. You can feel it. I just don't understand that intuition. If it's so strong and it's so powerful and potent, ladies, why did you choose us to be your men? When we approached you before we ever got in relationships with you and said, hello, how you doing? What's your name? Where was your intuition when you exchanged your phone number with me? Where was your intuition when we was on the phone? Where was the intuition when we was going out? Where's the intuition when we decided to move in together first? Where's the intuition? You're pregnant. Hold up. So you mean to tell me your intuition is so powerful, but your intuition didn't pick up something on me before you got impregnated? But when it comes to an intuition, with a man, it's always for protection. Like I always ask the question, how come men were taught how to treat women, but not what to expect from women? How come women were taught what to expect from men, but not how to treat us, with the exception of some? And that's very rare, ladies. I'm telling y'all, the percentage of a woman that was literally instructed and schooled how to treat her man gotta be under 20%. It gotta be under 20%, especially in this day and time. Miss Pam said, I never played them dumbass games. This woman here, this man was arrested. Man was arrested. They can lock that nigga up. They printed him. That man got sent through the goddamn system. That man had to get a bail. See, when his phones and all that shit was taken, that was part of an investigation. You know how it is out of town. Go to jail, come home the next day. It's just an allegation, you bail out. But the IPN number goes back to the same woman that was asking him in all them texts. Well, who texted it? I'm like, I don't know. You know, when I felt bad when I started reading them texts before I did that show, and he said I would never do that to a child. He didn't say to her, Miss L'Oreal said we were told about fantasy. Oof. Before reality. Boy, shout out to DS1 Ross. L'Oreal, I wish I could have caught you. Lord have mercy. Jesus. That shit just shook me up, y'all. Every time L'Oreal come in here, when I say it's a question that I may ask pertaining to a woman, it may be a controversial question. It may be a question that may make some women say, well, how dare he ask me that? This woman right here don't be truthful about anything. And it ain't like I have a gun pointed at y'all. That's why I appreciate y'all for participating in the chat. For real, like I don't have no gun. So certain things that we talk about and we interact about, I appreciate y'all, because seriously, like sometimes I wonder, do I be going crazy? And a lot of things in my life, even simple shit pertaining to my job, this has helped me with. That's a fact, Miss Pam. That's Miss Pam. Whew. I remember DS1 said that the other night. He said, that's why she with us. See, that's another thing when you got some strong. Shout out to Miss Pam. Shout out to Miss Pam. When I say she been holding wax down from forever and supporting and holding us down here too. Shout out to Miss Pam. Shout out to Always the Queen too. That's the godmother over here. Miss Pam, the godmother to now. Shout out to Wax AP. Wax AP was the one that actually brought this story up one day on the show. I don't know if y'all caught it when I was doing the show with Kanika Jenkins. Shout out to Wax AP. He popped up that day and he brought it up because I said I want to do a little more research on it. And then when I found out after everything with him being arrested, you know, got bail and everything like that, the IPN address came back to her phone. And the sad part about it is why she could not even try to say it wasn't hers, because her iPhone, or excuse me, her phone, whatever phone it was connected to her same tablet. You know what I'm saying? And both of them share the same frequency they was talking about. Some type of shit. All that shit was locked in. Like, say for instance, if you take a picture in your cell phone or you do something on your cell phone, it gets stored, like they said, in the cloud, in the iPads and all that. I don't have one of them shits. But that shit is dangerous, man. But I didn't hear anything about her going to jail. I didn't hear anything. Come on, ladies. Come on. I mean, ladies, don't. Come on. Talk to me. That is wrong. The motive, like he said, and the intuition that he... Calm down. You all right? The intuition he had... You all right? All right. He said the intuition that he had, he kept saying, I knew. Hold on, y'all. Trying to show you some love next time you're going in the cave. But think about it. Nobody said nothing about her going to jail. This is the part that I would have done. If I had anything to do with this case, like if I was the judge presiding over this shit right here, I'd automatically have her child taken away from her custody. That's the first thing. The second thing I would do, I would administrate her to have immediate mental psychological evaluation. I should have been down. Fuck the fact that could be hearsay about him talking about the dude named Roddy, her ex. What is your ex back? Fuck all that. That's bullshit. Say she didn't want to do that. Say she didn't want to deal with anyone else. Say she just wanted him away from her. Why is she allowed to be in the care? Why is that child left in her care? Seriously, drop guard, salute. You see where we from? I done told y'all a story about my uncle that got a motherfucking child with his niece, with his sister daughter down here. Weird shit. Weird shit. He said, I don't even let my uncles get next to my daughters. But the sad part is, man ain't did shit. All through them texts, he was saying, I did nothing but take care of y'all. He said, I've been around that little girl since she was 5 years old. Them type of moves she pulled shows her plan to destroy this man for her own satisfaction. She can have him labeled as a pedo. He could lose his job. He can't work. He can't live in certain areas. Life is destroyed. All the man said he did is took care of him. He said he'd been around her since she was 5 years old. The man kept saying, yo, could you just talk to me? The man kept saying, would you just talk to me? He said, can we talk one-on-one? She was like, you keep saying that you're going to leave. You keep saying that you're going to leave. She said, why you ain't did nothing yet? The man is about quote unquote her child being sexually assaulted. And she said, I just want you to get out. Shout out the waiter for this one, because God got a plan for her.
Wait out black, I can fuck this shit up.
Yeah. God got a plan for me.
God got a plan for
128 for me. 128. I know God got a plan for me. I done prayed for me. I done prayed. The motherfuckers wasn't listening. God got a plan for me. I understand. I just stopped praying. Lift up these moments. I got a gun. Pray. I will sing his praise. I know he's the greatest. He gave us this power. Yeah. Yo, where the bottle at? Yeah, right, pass that shit, man. God got a plan for me. He got a plan for me. Yes, he does. I know God. Yeah. I know God got a plan. Let me tell you something.
I done seen a lot of shit. I done sold a lot of drugs. I done lost a lot of crips. All I thought about was getting rich. I bought 100 grams and got a stick. If this is God's plan, he done fucked up. I'm from the jungle where you pray if you ain't tough enough. I'll be back to grip, and then I called this bluff. I ain't saying that was tough, I just ain't give a fuck. Dark Knight's big gun, I'm like, give it up. Buddy, he was claiming crip, guess he wasn't crip enough. Not jam, mine's didn't, guess he wasn't quick enough. Told me he was playing tough, niggas had to pick him up. I put your shooters in a box, I ain't a boxer. I keep a knocker, I pop a bean and I go bonkers. God's plan made my mama give me up. Sometimes I wonder why my mama ain't give a fuck.
God got a plan for me. For me. I know God got a plan for me.
I don't even like this Chris shit no more, man. I ain't all this shit no more.
God got a plan for me.
First, it ain't no shit, no. It ain't no love. So he got shit peace order, no.
I will see his praise. I know he's the great.
I know all my fallen, man. Rest in peace to me, I'm dead. Rest in peace, my way.
God got a plan
Got my niggas in cages like fucking animals, man.
Yeah, he does. God got a plan.
Free my orders.
Red pill, blue pill, so hard to give it up. I'll be in the box until I die before I give you up. God's plan to my people and the slaves. My whole housewife, they put me in a cage. I done sniffed so much coke, I can't give it up. I done drank too much lean, I can't give it up. I done fucked all that pussy, I can give it up. I chase money every day, I never give it up.
Free my streets. Free Psych Bite. Been here a long time, cuz. I'm free. I watch family. Turn on family. And I watch strangers.
This might be the hardest verse I ever heard.
6 niggas, 6 minutes.
Word.
I'm in the shit until the shit finished. Big crip, new whip, you see the rim spinning. My team spinning, my little cousin Big Bremen. Yeah, mad that I'm a G and my wrist slitty. Play me next pick, I might have your bitch with me. I was told never snitch, shit'll follow me. Niggas switch up, pop shit and give apologies. Perky at the perky, thick bitch sit on top of me. Birdie at the birdie on the block, this monopoly. I'll pull his birdie in the desert, niggas flocking me. Honey pack, Henny bitch, trust me, ain't no stopping me. I got dreams of dead people on top of me. Shoot mine, shoot two of yours, that's philosophy. Little nigga, big chain, riding in a stocky V. Box like Apollo, motherfucker, ain't no rocking me.
God got a plan for me.
Where's that?
I know God got a plan for me. For me.
I ain't never going back.
God got a plan for
Fuck jail.
me.
My niggas, I ain't free the guys, boy. I don't want to see you again. Oh my God.
I will see his
I had a
praise.
nigga's praise.
I know he's the greatest.
For my fallen.
Gave us the
That nigga said, I'm having dreams of dead people on top of me. I ain't never heard no shit like that in my life. This nigga's crazy. Yo, I think that's one of the most rawest. Yo, I swear to God, people be saying he remind them of DMX. Way to remind me of ODB. I'm from Brooklyn. I knew A's son personally. Shout out to Buddha Monk and them niggas. You dig what I'm saying? Waiter will say some shit like, huh. He said he got the new movie out. He said he got the new book with the soundtrack. I got to go ahead and get one of them. I got to get that. I got to support my God for that. Because this nigga's crazy. He's really crazy. I'm dead serious. Certain shit you just can't lie about. You can't do it. You like I used to tell people, I know people that write for people. And I know people that write their own shit. It's like sometimes if you got a good ear, you can tell who write their own shit. Lloyd Banks, write his own shit. AZ, write his own shit. Rakim, write his own shit. Nas, write his own shit. Karis One, write his own shit. There's certain people, man, you can tell they write their own shit. And then you can listen to certain people, like No Diddy. Look at Puff. He got so many styles. Everybody's style that he profited off of came from somebody else that wrote it. I gotta read that. I got to read that. Word up. Dead serious. He remind me of ODB. Rest in peace. Because like sometimes you just gotta, it's just like the authentic shit is just rare. It's around. Authenticity is around. But it's rare. This story right here, like I said, shout out to Wax AP. They don't really give Wax his credit. Like when it comes to his political side, I don't think it's a nigga. I would love to see him debate. I just got it, Waiter. I would love to see him debate with my man Maybach about sports. That nigga whack sport game. I don't care. This nigga tell you about some niggas in Holland playing knee ball. The nigga just loves sports. And his passion for certain stuff is so deep sometimes it's misconstrued. But they don't catch him. Like when he be joking and rhyming, ranking and all that shit be making people laugh. I don't go fuck. I be getting through my day. That nigga start ranking on somebody, I'm dead serious. I be like, yo, this nigga's crazy. This nigga crazy. Appreciate you, waiter. I just seen it come through. Yo, 22, what's happening, man? You still in the Philippines, beloved? If you're in the Philippines, hit me on the DM. Send me some shit, my nigga. Word up. He said, dope, waiter, convo with the streets. And I told y'all, because I still got it loaded up in here. You got to get directly at him, though. You got to go to waiter. You got to go to waiter. Got the new book out. Got the new book out. Hey, the book is out. Cages and Crossroads, written by Waiter. I'm about to get on a read tonight. Before I go to sleep. You dig what I'm saying? Word up, 22. Get your boy right, son. You know I'm into that thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't bring me nothing about no. Don't bring me no crazy cow feet on no spiritual shit. I believe in shit like that. I don't fuck with shit like that. Because people go to certain countries and islands and get certain stuff. They don't have no malicious in their heart. They be like, oh shit, I get this for the person or whatever like that. Like they tell you, yo, this is a protection, this and that and that. Fuck around and bring a bad spirit with your mind. Yo, you know what? Send me a bottle of that motherfucking, what's this shit called? That Ray and Nephew, my yo. Send me some of that Ray and Nephew, my yo. For real. He said, name of that hoodoo mess. That shit is real, though. That shit is real. Prayer is very, very, very serious and powerful. And I'm going to pray for this young lady before I get out of here because I think, number one, that child should be taken out of her care immediately. If I was a judge, because if they was like, well, we don't have enough to prosecute her, or she's not going to go anywhere because it's just a false claim and she'll just go through the system and come home. Okay, check this out. I got some deeper shit for this one. Call CPS. And I'm not being harsh. I'm not being funny. I'm dead serious right now. That woman orchestrated, I done showed you 21 texts corresponded back and forth with this man pleading for this lady to just listen to him because he was telling her he did not do anything like that. And check this out. Pay attention before I get out of here now. I don't think y'all paying attention to this shit. She was really arguing with him like she thought he did it. In her mind, she done just erased reality. She erased reality. You know that man ain't do that shit. You know you sat up there like my man spoofing. Man, just put us up on the word. Spoofing. You know you was doing that shit to that man's phone. But what you didn't know is your dumb ass only had one IP. Clown said, here's another true fact. Someone will get the child to lie on you in court. Don't know you better, and a child will always listen to their moms than their dad because they're around their mom more than a dad. Oh, that's crazy. That's a fact, Miss Pam. She knew everything that she was texting back and forth to him, everything she was saying on the phone to his family members. Remember, because she was on the phone with them for a minute because they was allegedly telling her everything that he was saying. He's heartbroken. He's like, yo, she said, I can't be here no more because I did X, Y, Z. He said, his mom said, what's wrong? He said, yo, I can't be here. She said, what's going on? And of course, he broke down and told his mom, yo, check this out. She said, I touched such and such. The first thing the mother gonna say is, hold on, put that girl on the phone. I know my mom, she'd be like, what? Is you crazy? Don't put that bitch on the phone right quick. Matter of fact, I'm on the fucking way. This bitch done lost her motherfucking mind. I ain't raised you like that. I know how my moms would have handled some shit like that. I don't know. I'm just assuming that maybe he had a mother. Maybe she wasn't that aggressive to the fact. Maybe she would have been like, well, hold on, man. I talked to her for a minute. Like, maybe we can work this. This couldn't have happened. This has to be a misunderstanding. You know, some people have a different approach. We have to respect it. I'm talking about what my moms would have did. And she knew it. It was all up. When she was arguing with them people, she was arguing with them people on the phone. The sister, Nene. Nene. Remember Nene? She said she's on the phone with Nene. You know they from the country. Nene? They from the country or Albany Projects. Shout out to my niggas in Albany Projects. She said Nene. Nene told her everything. So you sitting up on the phone with these people listening to them explain something to you about what their brother and the other one, the lady's son, was complaining about, trying to convince you that he did not do this and you need to hear him out. And you're telling them he got to leave. I'm not going against my daughter. You see what 22 said? If I was a judge, if they said there was not enough time or not enough evidence, it's not going to be too much that she's going to go through. She might pay a fine or go through the. This is what we're going to do first. Get CPS on the phone. Get Child Protective Services on the phone. I'm going to call a judge of minds, and they're going to give a warrant for them to go get custody of that child right now because of what's going on right now. This situation right here, there's enough evidence. Fax all this over to my friends. And then check this out. See, this is what people fail to realize. This is what the state has over your child. Then they have the right to make you do certain things. Now you have to go. Some people, they say you have to go to a drug program so you can be reconsidered of getting your child back when it's taken away from the state. And this is deeper right here. When you're mental hold up, you got to go through a whole bunch of shit now. Appreciate you, waiter. Think about that, y'all. Think about that. I'm going to order that she completes at least 2 years. They got somebody else close as kin that could have that child. Okay, boom. We're not going to keep the child in the system. We're going to let the child go to the grandmother. We're going to let the child go to the aunt, the uncle, whatever, the biological father, whatever. But what we're going to do with her to see if she wants to ever be known as visitation or having custody of her child again, because people fail to realize. Why do you think Child Protective Services could come in and out your house the way they want to? Because you don't own your child. You have to go down and petition for full custody of your child. And then it's not going to be full custody of your child because of the Social Security number. Now pay attention. When CPS come to the crib and say ain't no food, they have to order, but you can holler, scream, and jump off. Oh, they taking that child up out of there. If you pay attention to the word parent, it's a pair of people that rent something. Child. That's all they say you're doing. Parent, a pair of people that rent something. Y'all better remember where y'all heard this word first. Another day alive, another day free. Y'all finish the rest. Salute.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
We've got to organize. We've got
why it's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?